Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card which my crafty friend Kay sent me for my birthday. It's so cool. She's added some fun interactive elements on the front there, and then when you open it up, this is my Made to Surprise pop-up mechanism or platform, but it has this cool little panel that slides down, which I love. Now I asked Kate where she got the inspiration from, and she saw a tutorial from Crafter's Companion, so I will link that below this video. I'm going to confess I haven't watched it because I try to work these things out myself. If you like deconstructing cards and stuff, it's pretty easy to see how this one's done. Plus I wanted to do a different size and, you know, do my take on it, so I'm going to do a 5x7 version today. So let's get started. So this size here is 5.5, I think it was. Let me just measure. Yeah, 5.5 squared. If you want that size, then that would be the Crafter's Companion one. Like I said, that would be linked. Now I'm going to use the new Peanuts Valentine's collection. It's so cute. If you love Peanuts, it will all be linked below. So I've already gone and got everything ready here. I might need that piece, I'm not sure yet. And then there's my decoration. So because it's 5x7, I've had to deconstruct the kind of card blank size. For the inside, you want a piece of 11x5, and I'm going to show you how to create the pop-up without my dies. If you've got the dies to do it, then use them, but if not, this is how you do it. And I have shared this style similar on the channel before as well. Along the 11-inch side, you just want to score right through the middle at 5.5. Okay. Then we want to create this effect on the inside. I've done a few pop-ups with this as well. I've done it as a platform. It's a nice style to do. You might want to make a template first of all. At 4.25, you want to come down 1 inch, okay? And then you want to score down to 4 inches. Okay, so you've got 1 inch, 1 inch, and then you've got that score line in between the 1 and the 4. Okay, that's at 4.25. Then you want to do the same at 6.75. So you're going to hover your stylus down and then lay it down. You might want to lay a ruler down when you do this. And again, start at 1 inch all the way down to 4 inches. Okay. And if you pop it back this way, just find a track which should be at the 1 inch, but again, you just want to kind of hover it down. That's why a ruler might be handy for some of you. But that at the end of that score line, you just want to join up those two. So I'm just scoring at 1 inch, and then this one is at 4, but just keep it all the way down until you get to the end of that score line, and then just score to join it up. So just ignore the little ones, but you should have this like rectangle shape. Okay, now we're going to work on these two here. So back along this side, so you've done your 4.25 line. Okay, from that 4.25 line you want to come back 3/4 of an inch, which will be 3.5 here on your scoreboard. So once you've got that in place, so 3.5 and then 1.5, you want to score down to 3.5 along the side here. Then you want to do the same at 5 inches. So bring it down, and you're going to score from 1.5 down to 3.5. So you're parallel to that score line. And then you're going to do again at 6. So come down to 1.5 and score down to 3.5. And then again at 7.5, starting at 1.5, score down to 3.5. Okay, so you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these vertical score lines. Pop it this way, and you just want to then mark between them, just join them up. So this is at 1.5 again. Just going to bring it all the way down your stylus until you meet the bottom of that score line. You're just joining up the two ends of those previous score lines that you've done. So that's at 1.5. and then at 3.5. And you could just then hop over that middle score line and until you meet the end of that one again, and just join up these ones. I'm just going to bring this up. If I hold it there, you can take a screenshot. But as long as you've got that same pattern that I've got and you've done everything correctly. Like I said, you might want to do a template first. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Then you want to use a cutting knife or your trimmer, and with it in this orientation, all of these vertical score lines you want to cut down. So you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of those vertical score lines. What I like to do is just find a track. In fact, if I bring it back here, then I know that 1 inch. And then I can just drop my knife into the track. It doesn't damage my scoreboard, but it gives me a nice straight track to follow. And then again, the 4. You can hear it kind of fall into the track, so you know you're going to be nice and straight. Okay, and now we want to pop these all out. So if you start with the middle, just bring that piece out and then just create little folds. In fact, you can fold that right across there because it doesn't matter. And then you can push that one out then at the same time. And just start to pull these all out, pop that bottom one out, do the same, kind of fold. Okay, so as you pull it all out, you'll see you'll have a valley, mountain, valley, valley, mountain, valley, valley, mountain, valley. It's a mirror image, so as long as you've got that mirror image, you can't go wrong. And just fold the whole thing over. Now I have used a heavyweight cardstock. You might find a lighter weight. I'd go for like a 220, 230. It's going to be fine from this side, but can you see here it's like a little bit cracked, but that's going to be inside, so you're not going to notice any of that anyway. But now you've got your pop-up platform. Like I said, if you've already got my dies, they can do all that for you. Pop that to one side. Next, you want to cut yourself a piece. This is the deconstructed kind of 5x7 card blank, although it's a little bit different. But you want a piece of 7.5 by 3. Along the 7.5 side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, and then just fold that over. So I've got heavyweight cardstock, and then I've put the pattern paper on the top, which is all again from this new collection. This is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and this is one of the ephemera pieces. So when I decide who I'm going to give this to, I can actually write to and from on the front of the card as well, which I think is quite sweet. So with this piece here, I'm going to use my construction glue. You just want to run your glue over the tab with it folded like so. And then if you flip this one over, I'm going to keep it in here just so I can line it up in the middle. You want to make sure it's from the 1 inch to the 4 inch and just flush with the top there. Okay, so when you open it up, you've got a 5x7 top fold, just a little bit different at the back. It will fan open, but you're not going to have it displayed like this, so don't worry. Open it up. Next, we're going to take this piece and we're going to stick it so it's flush with the top, not the back with the fold here. So with the front of this folded down, just add your glue over all this side. Okay, like I said, just line it up with the top. Okay, so whilst that's drying, fold it over, flip that piece up, make sure this is burnished well. Like I said, I've got quite a lot of bulk with mine because it's a heavyweight card. So then I've got this piece here. So this is 6 by 2. Along the 6 inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 6.5, and just fold those both over. You're going to stick this, so there's the front, flip it over, you'll have this flap. Just lift that flap up. You're going to stick this with the tabs in. The tabs, we're going to add our glue to this side, they're going to stick onto the back of this piece. And you want to do it because it's going to open, just bring it down about 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom there. That's where we're going to stick it. So I'm just going to run the glue like so. If you want, you can lay that down and pop it over, but it's easy enough for you to then slide that underneath. You can see that's underneath. So now when you open this, mine's still drying, but when I open it, this slides out, and this is how it's going to be displayed. How cool is that? Such a simple kind of mechanism. You don't have to have this pop up. I'll put that up on the screen actually when I do that bit. This is completely optional, or you might have a pop up that you're going to stick into the fold. I've just cut it into it. But how cool does that now look? So it's all ready for you to decorate. So I've got the ephemera here. There's just some fun images. I might use a few more as well. And then I think I'm going to cut some pink card to mat and layer around this shape here. But you can see I'm just going to have all these different ones displayed, and then I might use my big Valentine's sentiment and then one of the stamped ones from the set. They've got some lovely sentiments here. Your friendship makes everything better. Sending love your way. We've got to a special friend on your birthday. So I'm going to choose one of those, get everything all stuck down, and then I'll show you when it's finished. I've just stuck one of these down, but I think I'm going to give you the measurements for that as well. So this is a piece of 4 3/4 by 5 1/4. Along the 4 3/4 side, you want to score at 3/4 down to 1 1/4. Okay, and then at 4 inches down again to that 1 1/4, and then pop it on this side. From at the bottom of those score lines you've just done, you're going to score for this one, you're going to score down 5/8 of an inch. Okay, and then this one you're going to come up 5/8 of an inch, and then pop it back this way again. And from the ends of those score lines you've just done, you're going to come down to 2 1/8, so that's 7/8 of an inch. And again that one, and then you just want to pop it back again. You're going to join those two up, which will be at the 2 1/8. You want to create that step effect there, and then just cut that out. So just cut down So there's a bit of a funny measurement. What you can do is just do a matte layer for just the bigger section if you would prefer. That would look just as nice as well. So if you do want to go all the way around, and what you can also do is if you just flip it over and open up the back here, that's the shape that you're working around, so you can always draw around that. If you don't want a border, just trace around it and then stick your matte layer directly onto it. So there's the finished card. Like I said, the front, I'm just sticking with this because it is designed to be displayed open. How cool is that? You can see it stands up. And again, bringing K's, very cute. I just think it's great. Thank you, Kay, for the inspiration. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm going to pop this into a playlist of a few similar kind of ones. I've got another card where a piece kind of pops out of it, and a few other like kinetic styles. So I'll add them into a playlist. If you like this kind of style, you might enjoy those cards as well. As always, all the products that I've used, I will link in the description box below. I'll have the link to the one that Kay followed as well if you prefer the smaller size. This might be one that I might revisit in some other sizes as well, because I think it'd be nice to do a bigger like 8x8 as well. So watch this space because I may add some more. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.